Alright, guys. Figure I'd try something a little different. Beep. I guess I should have started with the rear camera on. Switch. Yeah, there we go. So I was wondering, like, how can I do overlays with Prism Lab? But then I realized all my overlays are on the stream elements, and they're all just links anyways. So I could probably start the stream first, expand it out to where I need to, or hopefully can, and then start the stream. And, yeah, it worked out that way. Now, the stream will probably be a little choppy because I have Wi-Fi connections in certain parts of that residence. Well, in certain parts of that residential area. So it's probably trying to connect people's Wi-Fi and go back to data. Well, cellular data. Let's see if we can go ahead and get my screen brightened up because damn, it's so damn. Oh no, it's all the way bright. Holy shit! It's just so damn sunny today. Like it's really nice. But damn, I can't see shit hardly. I like how my device is saying something about the device is too hot. Use overheating protection. But at the same time, my phone's not even hot. So I wonder what's going on with that. And I didn't bring my gloves with me because I could have used my gloves to from where my phone screen's so damn glary right now. I can see all my fingerprints and smudges and whatnot, which makes it even worse to try to see the screen. Well, my next phone, I'm not putting any screen protectors on it because that's like, although I got the S24 Ultra right now, it has that anti-glare, and I'm pretty sure it works really well. But I stuck a privacy screen protector on my phone so I could try it out for a while. And you know, it takes away the anti-glare. And the privacy protection is kind of nice when especially when you're out in public. So I do like to ride public transportation sometimes. But at the same time, it's like, whew. So I'm kind of glad the S26 Ultra is going to come with their built-in privacy display settings. So that's going to be really nice. And I actually really like the technology behind that and how they were showing that off, especially for a first gen iteration, so to speak. It can only get better going up. Yeah, then I can't even tell if someone's gonna be able to type or not. Let me type something. just a test. Let's see. Hi. Am I able to see this? Okay. I'll be able to see something happen. So if any of you guys decide you want to chat, have a conversation, ask me about anything, I'll be able to catch it. I might have to fix that stream element message though. See if I can use my jacket sleeve to get rid of some of these smudges and fingerprints. Huh, it's getting rid of some of them. Ooh. Well, on the bright side, I was able to get rid of the majority of all my fingerprints and smudges on my screen. The downside, it made it more glary. Fuck me. Took a screenshot of my phone, see if it catches that overheating thing that's popping up. Cause like, yeah, if I feel my phone, like it's not really like it feels normal. Like it's not hot. Like it has that warmth to the touch in a sense, you know, from like doing normal stuff, but it's not hot. Like I don't know why it would be telling me that the device is too hot. Ooh, tell you guys what though. So when I go to Asia, I'm still debating on whether or not I want a multi-stream. Like I probably won't go multi-stream in the bars, and I probably won't go multi-stream, you know, like any of the open bars where the girls are dancing or anything. Especially for Twitch or YouTube because of all the like, I don't want to risk my channel. Well, those channels, you know, getting like suspended or banned because of something stupid. Like copyright violations from listening to the music at the bars or something. Or the camera being on, showing off the women for too long. So what I thought about doing was mainly live streaming on Kick. And then uploading the Kick video to YouTube. Which is kind of funny in itself because sometimes, like every time I would go back to Vietnam, I would always take like videos of the girls and shit, in vertical mode. Just take like short clips all the way up to like as soon as they start dancing and until they get off the podium. So it could be like a 5-minute long video sometimes or longer. However it is that they were dancing for. Sometimes just mainly for an entire song. And then I would upload it. Sometimes those videos would get hit for music stuff and get like muted or some shit. And I would have to put over like, some weird like YouTube music sound, the covered audio or some weird shit. But we'll have to play around with it and check it out. Now, one thing I was thinking about doing is if I find people to hang out with at the bars and shit, and I just want to upload videos of the clip, the conversation. Well, I guess the S26 Ultra is coming with this feature called like audio eraser. So you can focus in on the conversation and remove the music in the background, and so to speak. So I'm looking forward to that. I really am. I just hope that all of the apps for mobile streams, whether it be IRL Pro or Prism Live, integrates the S26 Ultra's super steady feature, so when we turn our phones like this, it keeps the frame straight and steady. So I know, especially when out walking, there's gonna be times where like if I'm fiddling with something on my jacket, or I need to move my arm, my arm like sways back and forth like this and whatnot. And if it can incorporate that super steady lock, or whatever it's called, then I could do that without worry, You guys can just keep focusing on straight. Although, it'd be interesting to have somebody do a test video with the super lock to test its boundaries. And, just like start it and then just toss their phone up in the air and let it spin around a bunch of times. Hopefully they do that shit on grass though, not, asphalt or concrete or something to smash their phone. Fuck, what is the day today? Friday? Nice. I got less than a week left to complete my diet. So for my diet, if anybody's tuning in and knows anything about my diet that I've been talking about over the last few weeks or so, well, that I've been at least streaming the walks and the diet anyways. My diet, I was only planning on doing it for 3 whole months. Just 3. Basically, I have an annual physical, and they do blood drawing and stuff, all that good stuff every year. Well, I always try to start somewhat dieting, working out, or some shit, anywhere between 1 to 3 months before my physical. Well, this year I decided to try something more drastic. And since December 1st, Monday through Saturday, I've been fasting for 23 hours a day. And then on Sundays, skipping and doing 47-hour fasts. And then eating, or not just eating, but intaking 1,800 calories or less a day. Still with about 150 to 160-ish grams of protein. And holy fuck. I've lost so much weight. I didn't even think it was somewhat, healthily possible, if that's even a term. So, but then I started fucking myself up psychologically because I started December 1st, but then I realized my physical was not early March like I thought it was, and it was March 30th. So as I was getting closer towards February, that it started coming in like dreading, like I completed 2 months of this hardcore diet, and I'm just like, I don't know if I could do another 2 months. And then like another week went by, and then I was like, oh, there's a solution. Our original goal was 3 months. I'll call up my provider and ask if I can move my physical up to early March. So now instead of my physical being on March 30th, it's on March 5th. And now psychologically, I'm able to, push this diet even further and keep going strong. Like since today's Friday, I'm gonna eat today, eat tomorrow, and then this Sunday would be my last 47-hour fast for the diet. Ugh. That creek's looking pretty good. It's on the low side today, but that's pretty normal. Looks like we got a homeless settlement building up over there, which is kind of crazy because they'll set up their little settlement even though there's private property signs, no trespassing. Like, they don't give a fuck. So, yeah, we got less than a week left to complete our diet now. And since today's technically the end of the month, I believe, right? Tomorrow's the 1st, ain't it? Hold on, what's the date today? I know it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 28th. So, which is nice because then Sunday would be March 1st. So we can count that as, 90 days, 3 whole months, doing this diet. So I'm curious to see what my final weigh-in is going to be. Technically, I'm going to have myself 2 final weigh-ins. One is going to be Monday morning after fasting all day, Saturday night and Sunday, and then early Monday morning. Because that's going to show from where my stomach and everything is extremely empty. We are definitely not cleared across. See, USPS might be letting me go, but these guys ain't. That truck is cool. So the mail service on the left, he stopped and allowed me to go. But everybody on the right, it's like, fuck it. They just kept going. No care in the world. Thankfully, that truck, he stopped while there was a lot of traffic coming up behind him, too, and he let me cross. But yeah, I'm just so excited, guys. Gonna complete this diet in less than a week. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. Only one time during this entire, basically last 3 months of this diet, did I actually crave in and like eat some like sugar, so to speak, right? Like I had an ice cream. Well, parts of the Chihuahua gang was out. And I swear I should have just worn my freaking hoodie today, not my jacket. Good God. I am already burning up. Pop these buttons off my collar. Get some more airflow in my jacket. Shit. We're only 24 minutes into our walk. And I'm planning on doing the long walk today. So we're gonna be out here for at least an hour and a half. Ooh boy. I'm feeling the back of my phone real quick. And yeah, it doesn't feel that hot at all. So I wonder why that setting's on for. I gotta readjust my earpiece. So I'm wearing an earpiece with this while I'm streaming. Let's check on our wasp nest today. See, here's the train marker. And here's the good old wasp nest. Let's go ahead and zoom in on this bad boy. Can't wait for these little fuckers to get taken out. So let me go ahead and see if I can stabilize my phone. All right. Yeah, that nest is still going strong. Can't wait for those little bastards for their home to fall and get destroyed. I wonder how long it's been up there for, though. That damn thing survived all the weather from the last 3 months so far. Like, I was even watching the tree branch that it was on, right? It was just freaking bouncing around, swaying up in the air like a motherfucker. This is a nice day outside. Man, it is fantastic outside. Like, you guys don't even know. I think it's in the low 50s, if not just touching 50. I think it's gonna be like as high as 53 today. And it feels so goddamn good outside. We got cyclists, joggers, myself. Now, if I can just walk straight, sometimes my leg likes to be a little weird. Or if I go to, like, if I had to crack my neck or something while walking, I can't walk straight. It's like it's so weird because, like, I'll go crack my neck, right? I can't just crack it one way, I gotta crack it both. And then it feels like I get a little lightheaded when I do it. Right now, all this feels so open, but once all the leaves and vegetation starts growing back for the season, it feels different, you know? Because right now we can see past, well, we can see through it all. But once the vegetation comes back, we won't be able to. So it's like you kind of got to stay vigilant. Because, like, if somebody wanted to mug you or some shit and charge from the vegetation, we can see them. But once it starts regrowing and it becomes dense, yep, gotta stay on your toes. Oh, that's why I couldn't see the chat. I was on video only mode. So on Prism Live, it's got like three screens. On the left is video only mode. The center is the main screen with all the overlays and everything. And then to the right is a settings screen so I can disable and enable overlays. Well, widgets and all that shit. Creek's looking nice today, though. Oh my God, there's a nice breeze flowing over this bridge. It feels really good. It's like one of those relaxing breeze, but like the way the sun hits here and the temperature, I could sit down on this bridge and take a nap. So let's keep moving so we don't sit down and take a nap. Thought I heard somebody behind me. Guess not. Now, one thing I might start doing too is I bought one of these receivers or transceivers, whatever the fuck it's called, a wireless mic that can connect to the phone through Bluetooth. Apparently, it's a good brand. It's called like DJI, some shit. But I bought one mic. Motherfuckers are expensive. Some bitch was like almost $80. I can't get it to connect to the app though, so fuck it. I'll try and it connects Bluetooth. So I'll come out and test it one day and see if it works. And then I'll only put on my earbuds when I need to answer phone calls or something. But right now I'm still wearing my earbuds. Now, I also pre-ordered those Bud 4 Pros. I'm excited to test those out too. And right now my mind is telling me turn around right here. But we're going to do the long walk today. Because although we did walk about 5 miles 2 days ago, we did the 3 mile route. And then we kept walking around on the track by this field out that way. And we extended the stream and walk up to about 2 hours. And then yesterday, I pushed the 4 mile route. And then today we're going to go ahead and do the full route. You know, it's the way that police chopper is always landing and taking off. Oh shit, we're going to miss the Camp Chase train. It makes me wonder if they're always doing training constantly. Oh, there's the horn. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Making sure they're not blowing their horn no more. Okay, so it makes me wonder if they're always touching down and lifting off as like maybe if it's part of like their routes or something for their patrols. So maybe they're just always constantly patrolling. Some of these folks, they got some wind chimes on their Porsches. So this road has a slow speed limit. Like technically this entire road, this strip is 25. And then we got these sets of 90-degree turns. And they want people to slow down to 10. Some of these dumb motherfuckers, they don't do that. And they be driving through and almost causing head-on collisions all the time. Hell, and that's both going this direction and coming from the opposite direction. Like that truck couldn't even stay out of the bicycle lane. I'm over in Ohio. You're the guy over in Texas, right? When that snowstorm hit, talking about the one that from that nor'easter from a few days ago or whatever. Yeah, we got like I guess like the tail end of that. It's like when the hurricanes hit the coast, and then we get tropical storms. So we had gotten. Oh, thanks for subscribing, man. You know what? I'm pretty sure you are my first Kick subscriber. My first one. I appreciate it. But yeah, we got like the tail end of that nor'easter. So it was almost like a tropical storm in a sense. We had like some high winds and some flurries. Like the snow stuck around the ground for like a couple days and then melted away. Like right now, it's sunny out and like low 50s. So like even the last bit of our snow mounds from a few weeks ago have finally dissipated. You're starting too. Holy shit. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm a Marine. I did my 4 years back from 2005, 2009. Yeah, I've mainly been over on Twitch and YouTube over the last few years, but I've mainly been like doing it as a hobby. Back during like my second marriage, I was trying to get not really big into streaming, but trying to learn a bit of the trade. So I mainly just play video games and shit, but I'm going to be going back to Asia for about 3 or 4 months, visiting different countries and whatnot. So I figured I'd get into IRL streaming. Hey, thank you for your service as well, brother. Yeah, I can understand that, but I can live and breathe at the desk. Like last year, there's this one game I like to play every once in a while called Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. And literally a year ago, I think it was also on Twitch at the time, I did 2 weekends of 30-hour streams. Like me sitting at a desk in front of a computer. Sure, I gotta get up and stretch every once in a while. But if I'm playing if something has my attention, I could be there for hours. Yeah, 30 hours is insane. I did it twice, back-to-back weekends. It was either back-to-back or I did it for 30 hours, skipped the weekend, and did another 30 hours. I wasn't trying to do 30 hours. I was just up enjoying the game. Because Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlords is like a giant castle building game with multiple factions. And you can either create your own kingdom or join a kingdom, act as bandits, act as mercenaries, just do whatever you want. So that game can last for hours upon hours. Yeah, that's what I did, man. I was, let's see, I'm not a big coffee drinker, so I was pounding a lot of pop, like Pepsi and shit. And then throw in like a frozen pizza or something. Hell, I'd probably do it again, but I've been on a strict diet for these last almost 3 months. So I've been trying to force myself to just go lay in bed, even if I can't sleep. So like, even if I crawl in bed like at 1 or 2 a.m., you know how it is. Sometimes you just lay there and you just can't sleep. So if I don't force myself to do that, I'll be up. And I'm trying to eat only between 16:30 and 17:30. So I don't want to oversleep and fuck up my routine for eating. The Rippets? You know we can buy Rippets here in the States, right? Yeah, you can buy Rippets here. I mean, I'm a big fan of Red Bull now. Because, you know, back when I would go over to back when I was on Camp Lejeune or when we did deploy and shit, I was mainly drinking Monsters at the time. Actually, I was being more specific. I was drinking the Monster Assaults at the time because I'm a Marine infantryman or just a basic rifleman. I just tell everybody else infantry because I don't expect them to know all the MOS differences between the Marine infantry. You know what I mean? So, but then yeah, when we was in Iraq, we had all those Rippets and shit in those tiny ass cans. Like, yeah, I love those Rippets too, man. Those are awesome. Actually, I think you can buy them at like gas stations and shit. You might even be able to buy them at the bigger stores. I've seen them before. Like when I was just browsing for specific things, I'd grab me like a bottle of pop or grab me a Red Bull. Like I've seen Rippets here and there. Like I'm not sure, but I may have seen them at the Pilot gas stations for like the truckers. So I remember seeing them somewhere before, especially at a gas station. And before I started my diet, there's a Wendy's at my Pilot. So I would go to Pilot, you know, to get my military discount stuff from there. Because Pilot apparently does military discounts if you sign up with your phone number and link your accounts and everything. Right on. So Pilot probably was where I saw them. But here, I don't think they sell the small cans of Rippets. They sell the bigger cans, like the Red Bulls and Monsters. It's like, damn, did I step in something weird or something in the air? Holy shit. It smells like someone dumped out a friggin' bucket full of mix of cologne somewhere. I feel like I'm walking through a cologne section at a store. It's like, there goes my oxygen, and what the fuck's all these smells? Where are we walking to? So, this is just my daily walk. This is my long portion of the route. I walk down into that stop sign, and then I walk the opposite direction. So this route that I walk, I have 2 turnarounds. That stop sign down there, or a little bit after it, that's my long route. This pushed me to be a little over 5 miles. And then, not this set of railroad tracks, but the next railroad tracks, when we start walking on the trail again, that's my short turnaround point. And then that from right there can turn into either a 3-mile walk or a 4-mile walk. But I just walk this every day because there's lots of twists and stuff. It's not just a long route. And it's got so many different types of elevations. But as for the trash, yeah, man, there's a lot of trash, unfortunately. A lot of it's from the homeless. A lot of it's also from where people just won't give a fuck. And they'll just toss a lot of shit on the ground. And a lot of the trash will pile up from when we had those big gusts of wind that last all day. So it just blows all the loose trash from everywhere. You know, I said the same thing. I didn't work out at all last year. I went all the way up to 260 pounds. 260 fucking pounds. I've never weighed that much before. A couple years ago, back in 2022, 2023, near the end of my second divorce, or I guess second marriage, beginning of my second divorce, cool chick, friggin', me and her still, it was a mutual breakup, and I guess we could say we're still good friends. She reaches out to me for advice sometimes still, but anyways, off topic. Yeah, even when I was with her, she liked fatter guys. She's a Vietnamese woman, and she liked her man fat. Like, even the first time I ever hit 250 pounds when I was married to her, I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I started, getting a little emotional. Because, like, I was fat as fuck. 250 pounds? But then when I was starting to work out, she didn't like it. So she would be, like, trying to eat, like, a quarter of a whole, well, not a whole, but a quarter to a half of a Hershey chocolate pie every night for dinner. And then she'd be like, I can't eat the rest of it. And then, like, have me eat it so it didn't go to waste. And that was her way of trying to balance out my working out and her trying to keep me fat. And then after that, I started, busting my ass, walking and running more, trying to figure out where the hell this truck's going so I don't get smushed. There's a scrapyard right here. So, like back in 2024? Yeah, I think it was 24. I started dieting and working out for 3 months so I could try to fit into a nicer suit or some shit for my brother and sister-in-law's Vietnamese engagement ceremony that they had at the time. And I got back down to, I think, 210 to 215. But then after that, so I went to Vietnam for 2 weeks, came back, kept trying to do the diet, kept trying to walk, kept trying to run, and my weight just kept going up, up, up. And eventually I plateaued back around at 230s again. And then I was extremely depressed like all last year and didn't do shit. No dieting, no working out. And I jumped all the way up to 260. But then see. I need to see what that says. I wasn't looking at chat. You're 205. See, fat is the sign of wealth because you have money to buy food. Oh, yeah. Well, unfortunately for people that think me being fat is wealthy, it's because I drink like 4 to 6 cans of pop every day. Well, 2 to 6 cans of pop every day. And I don't eat much. So for like, if I was to finish up this walk, I'd walk to Dollar General, grab me 2 cans of pop and a bag of candy, like a small $1 bag of candy, and then I'd go home and eat that for lunch. And then my meal would probably be like going out to like a fried chicken joint, Wendy's, McDonald's, or ordering a pizza or something to share with my brother. Like I didn't eat much. I just ate junk food. I got a sweet tooth. I love my sweets. But I figured enough was enough. Since my annual VA physical is in March, I decided to start busting my ass on December 1st. So I've been walking every day since December 1st. No breaks. Every day walking. I did 5 miles a day all of December, 5 miles a day all of January. I have been in a caloric deficit of 1,800 calories or less a day. I only eat or drink calories, eat and drink calories between the hours of 16:30 and 17:30. And although I'm taking in 1,800 calories and less, or less, I still make sure I intake 150 to 160-ish grams of protein, because I'll be taking like 4 scoops of whey, unflavored. But I also mix it up with 2 teaspoons of 100% natural cocoa and like 8 ounces of skim milk. And that balances out the, that unflavored and that bitterness of the cocoa. It makes it a little sweet. I'll also mix in like 8 ounces of water too to help give it more liquid. I tried doing 8 ounces and 4 scoops. That shit was so sludgy. I'm not doing that again. How do you fight the hunger? Honestly, you get used to it. Because, so I think when I do the 1 meal a day, I'm eating and drinking everything in that 1 hour. because so Monday through Saturday, I fast for 23 hours a day. Sundays, I skip. And what I do is I go on a 47-hour fast. And it's actually interesting how it works out that way. So you can do 23 for 6 days of the week and then 147-hour. But when you eat all your calories and drink all your juices or whatever and liquids that has calories in them, within that 1 hour, you feel full for the rest of the day. Like, I'm technically eating dirty. So I'm just going to like Kroger's or Walmart or something, and I'm just buying frozen dinners, and I try to make them to be like 700 calories max. So I'll eat like 2 of those for 1400. Okay, so sometimes, like maybe once a week, I might be eating more than 1800 calories now that I think about it. But most of the frozen dinners, like like for example, 2 days this week, I ate 4 boxes of frozen dinners because they were less than 200 calories each, but they were like 18, 19 grams of protein. So I ate a lot of food. Like my stomach isn't shrunk. It's still expanded because I'm eating so much food. And I'm also drinking like 8 ounces of cranberry juice because I mix my creatine with it. 8 ounces of skim milk that I'm mixing the whey protein and the 100% cocoa in. Oh, I need to plug my phone into the battery source real quick. And then I'm also drinking 8 ounces of low sodium original V8 tomato juice. And then I'm also drinking, like 8 to 16 ounces of water as well, all within that 1 hour. I thought the same thing. I figured I'm gonna be sluggish as shit, but I didn't. I really didn't. It's the weirdest thing. It's like our bodies were meant to do this, and then how, like us being in a first world country, well, first third world hybrid country, and our standard is pushing 3 meals a day. Like every time I had 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I always felt like shit. So I would go with 1 to 2 meals a day, always. But it's never been healthy, And I would be snacking too, like with candy. And, but like, when I started this diet these last 3 months, dude, I was 260 pounds December 1st, 3 months ago. Today, I weighed, well, my scale's in kilograms. So, trying to think what it is. I think I'm down to 218. 218 now. And it's just always so interesting because, like, I've lost around 42 pounds in 3 months. I haven't lost any energy. And, I'm 39. And, technically speaking, this might be, like TMI type shit, but like I've always had a natural high libido. But since I've been doing this dieting too and all this fasting, like my libido has been so fucking high, it drives me crazy sometimes. So like I don't know what it is about eating 1 meal a day and fasting for 23 hours and then 47 on the weekend. Yeah, I can understand that. Like the 3 meals a day to burn off all the calories. But even still, like all of January, I was adding in assisted pull-ups, assisted chin-ups, hanging on the bar for at least 20 seconds at a time. I was doing, I got a push-up board from Amazon that has like, it's like a plastic board with a bunch of grips on it, you know, so you can work your way from in out or outwards in. And like, even when I was playing it safe, like I was doing push-ups, I was doing that shit every other day. And not a single time did I ever feel like I had low energy. Like even right now, I feel like I have low energy. Not low energy. I feel like I have high energy. Like even on the days I do feel like I have low energy. Like a couple of days ago, I felt like it, but that was because like I was mentally drained, but my body still had enough energy to keep forcing me to go. Only in January was I technically working out. I didn't work out in February at all because I kind of injured like my spine and my right shoulder and my left elbow and both my wrists. So I got to do like, I can't just go to a gym normally and work out. So I'll try and do some body, exercises, but it has like a huge strain on my body. So this is why I basically just walk all the time. Like I can't even run anymore because if I just start running, all that high impact on my feet starts, vibrating my entire fucking spine. And then I gotta sit down for a while. So I do try to do some type of body workouts. Like I can't even do squats normally anymore without, like if I was to do like, I could probably do 10 regular body squats, right? I might have to like figure out some weird way to plant my feet to keep me balanced. But after 10, I start getting extremely lightheaded. Even if I'm doing controlled breathing, I still get somewhat lightheaded. It's like the weirdest shit. Like sometimes even while I'm walking, like one of my legs just like go out on me and it feels like I'm tripping over air and shit. It's the weirdest shit. Yeah, yeah, especially as we're getting older. And then whatever our jobs was in the military, like that shit has a toll on us. I'm pretty sure everybody I know is on some type of VA disability too because of that shit. Like I have to basically, especially during the daytime, I have to wear a hat and sunglasses just to make sure I don't get any damn migraines because my eyes have gotten so sensitive to light now. Well, they've been like this for a while, like at least a decade or so, some shit like that. And then the VA has taken all those 800 milligram Motrin pills. So now we're all fucked up internally from them damn things. I just got mine, actually, a couple months ago. That's another reason why I wasn't really, like I was like extremely depressed and shit all last year and the year before that. So I usually try to stream at least 3 to 5 times a week because I play video games all the time. But when I get like, you can tell when I get depressed because then I don't stream. Unless I'm like watching like a TV show or something. But if I start going days, weeks, months without streaming, It's usually because I'm depressed, got no motivation or whatever, and I'm isolating myself in my house, even though I barely leave the house. So like all last year, I didn't walk at all. I sat on the couch. I blew the fuck up. Got up to almost 260 pounds. No regular streaming schedule because uh, I'm not like a creative person, so I don't really have like any content to explore. And in my sleeping schedule, like I have somewhat of a sleeping schedule right now because I'm trying to force myself to. But doing this diet this way, I'm only doing it for the 3 months. My physical's on March 5th. After that, I ain't doing this shit no more for the rest of the year. Like, I think the only way I could do this for the rest of the year and be able to get back down to my Marine Corps weight of 175 to 180 pounds is if I was married again and she helped force me to do it every day. Like, I wouldn't mind having a regular streaming schedule, but like my IRL walking streams, I do this after I wake up. So sometimes my walking stream could be anywhere between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. for when I go to start, because it's just going to depend on when I wake up. Same thing with my gaming streams at night. Like, usually I would just start them after I watch anime, before I've been eating between 16:30 and 17:30. I'll start streaming sometime after 1800. But if I'm busy with family, like my father comes over to visit, or my niece and her kids, or my mother comes over to visit, or if my brother wants to go do something because we live together, like, I don't try to put myself on a set schedule because technically this is only as a hobby. So it's always just going to be random streams. Same thing when I go to Asia. I'll stream at random times. So I might do like a 1 hour video log or something. Or I'm still debating on whether I want to take my MetaQuest 3 and do some VR gaming so I can still also access my computer from home with it. So, like, I don't really have a schedule because my life is just so random. I try to travel at least once a year. My second ex-wife is Vietnamese, so I've been starting to go, I was going to Vietnam. First time I went was in 2017. And then when I brought her to America, we didn't go because I didn't want it to, any time outside the country, to affect her immigration and shit at the time. So I only allowed us to go back over to Vietnam at the time during family emergencies. But then we broke up, I think it was in 2022 or 2023, like early 2023, some shit like that. I have a trouble memory. But since like since 2022 though, I've been to Vietnam at least once a year. I would go usually for around 3 weeks at a time. Except back in, I think it was late 2023 or 2024. One of those. I was there for 3 months from December to February. And I stayed with a friend of mine that I had met because she was my translator for my brother's and sister-in-law's um, engagement ceremony. So I hung out with her because she's an English teacher, and she, like, I would pay her to be like my personal translator. So she would go around with me everywhere. And this time around, I'm just going to go. Technically, I'll be in Asia for 4 months, but I'm not going to be in Vietnam the entire time. So I'm going to go to Vietnam, hang out on Bolivian Street for about 3 weeks. And then I'm going to go visit my buddy and his family in Singapore and be there for a week. And then I'm on my way back to Vietnam. I'm going to stop by Thailand for a week, go visit Bangkok. I might go try and, at the time, depending, I might also go down to Pattaya for like a day or two. Huh. He had an interesting bike. And then, let's see. And then after Thailand, I'm going to go to Cambodia, over to Phnom Penh for like a week. Just so I can actually go and touch down those countries, so I can actually say I've been there. And I also like collecting currencies of different countries too, you know. And I don't do anything. Like, I really don't do anything. I got rid of my car a couple years ago. I bought a brand new motorcycle last year. My motorcycle insurance for 1 year is less than car insurance for 6 months. Everything around my house where I currently live is technically within walking distance. So I have like car insurance, but it's like something called like non-owner's car insurance. So I can drive everybody else's cars or vehicles and still be covered. So if I need a car, I'll borrow my brother's. Or if someone needs like a designated driver, then I'll take like an Uber and then drive their car for them. I don't go out and do anything. Like, I literally just, I live with my brother, so we share bills, try to save each other money. I don't go out and eat a lot. Like, even when I go to Dollar General, a can of pop is like $1.25. A bottle of pop is $2.50. So I'll buy 2 cans and then like a candy bar in a bag or some shit. So I'll probably spend like $5-6 for lunch. And then probably snack on that all day. And then I'll like go to the store and like get me like a DiGiorno pizza or something. Like, I don't eat much. Sometimes I just buy a lot of ramen noodles and I'll just save up all my money. Yeah, I minimize the fuck out of it. Like, I don't even go out to movies or anything. I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol. The only time I drink alcohol is when I'm outside the country. So I'll try and save up as much money as possible. Like even with my family members, if they need money, they may come and ask me, hey, can I borrow some money? And I'll be like, I'll ask them questions like, what do you need the money for? When do you plan on paying it back? Are you capable of paying it back? Or is it going to put you in another financial bind? And why do you need to borrow money? And what placed you into this situation? And depending on their answers, I may or may not help them. God damn, dude. I'm further out east than you. Like, well, I also plan my trips out like 6 months ahead of time too, especially during the fall time when the tickets are cheaper. But like when I got my plane tickets, like right now, I have my plane tickets. I have like 7 plane tickets right now, I think, because I'm doing multiple one ways. I'm going from Columbus, Ohio to Fresno, I think it's Fresno, California. So I'm gonna go visit one of my best friend over there, visit her, her dad, her kids, and possibly her boyfriend if he's not working. Hang out with them for the day, probably buy them dinner or something. And then like the next day after doing that, because I'm probably not gonna be there for like 40 hours, I'm flying straight from California to Saigon. I'll be there for 3 weeks. Then from Saigon to Singapore for then a week there, Singapore to Thailand, Thailand to Cambodia, Cambodia back to Vietnam. And I got all the hotels for that entire thing. For just that portion, it spent, I think it was like 3,000 something. It was between 3,500 and 3,800. And then after Vietnam for like a month and a week or two, so I'll be back in Vietnam from May 20th to July 8th. Then I'm gonna go down to the Philippines over to Manila for a week. So I'm gonna go check that area out. And then I'm gonna go from the Philippines to Japan. And then from Japan, I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't made my final decision. But for Japan, depending on the cost for the hotels, I may stay there for like a week or two and then fly back home to America. So all of that up to Japan right now, I think is just about $4,000. I just don't have hotels yet for the Philippines. I don't have hotels yet for Japan. And I don't have any hotels or hostels planned yet for my long extension portion of Vietnam from May to July, because I plan on traveling throughout Vietnam and checking out some hostels for the first time by myself, just so I can go see what they're like to go stay at one for like a night or two. Will I be streaming while traveling? Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to. So I might do like a 1 hour daily video log. And then at nighttime or like an evening or something, I might go stream for like 1 to 3 hours so I can go, drink and hang out with girls, check out the go-go dancers. And as for people that I know, I do have some friends in Vietnam. My stepmother and sister-in-law are Vietnamese, so technically I have family extended over there as well. But I don't ever hang out with none of them. So I want to go over and do my own thing, But if they want to hang out or something, they can contact me. Like if they want me to come hang out for like dinner or something, I'll go over there and hang out for dinner. I won't like ignore them or push them away. But my stepmother's family, I think, is more of a matriarchal type, and they don't really like me too well because I won't put up with their matriarchal bullshit. Am I a backpack traveler? Not yet. I've thought about it. Like, if I didn't have my mother, my father, and my brother, I probably would. I'd probably sell off all my shit in America, get on my motorcycle, in peace. Just go fucking travel. Go hang out at campsites. Campsites and hotels. Or Airbnbs or something. So the thing about being a man whore around some of them families, it's not that they don't care or not. It's for them, it's about they like to control what you do and where you go. Like, for example, when I was trying to hang out with my dad, and when he was in Vietnam at the time, and I was over there too, like me and my ex-wife, we tried to go hang out with my dad, and that family wouldn't let us, even though I am his son. Like, I am literally his firstborn son, and I am named after him. And they would refuse me to allow me to hang out with my father. And they didn't like, this is one of the reasons why they don't like me, is because, like, I'm like, I swear to fucking God, you don't let me hang out with my father, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of all of you. It was like they were trying to, be secretive or keep something from us. And then, like, with my dad, they would turn around and tell my dad something completely different. Like, I wasn't even there or something. But most of those families over there didn't know, like, they don't know I love my tech. So I could show my dad my fucking history of, like, yeah, I was in that area, look. Fucking GPS says so. Fucking lying pieces of shit. But also, depending on the woman, too. Like, my ex-wife, she introduced me to massage girls. She would pay them directly. And then keep my wallet and cash on them. And be like, enjoy yourself as a man. I got stuff I need to go buy and go do. So, like that would be her way of having me being watched over or babysat, would be her just dropping me off at massage shops. See, can I eat the spicy foods when I go to Asian countries? It depends on how spicy it is. Technically, no. I can't do fish sauce. I can't do shrimp sauce. I can't do squid, depending on how it's cooked. Spicy. I can't do chilies. Hell. You know how sometimes when you eat something that has like a bit of basic spice, like black pepper in it, and then sometimes you bite down, there's like a whole black pepper ball? Yeah, that shit's too spicy for me sometimes. So I usually try to research what they got, and I'll translate with them, like if they add specific things to it. But go into this, while I was getting a massage, and make sure they weren't trying to steal money out of my wallet or anything. That's why I would let her take my wallet. It was more for safety and security rather than who controls what. Oh, the stream froze. There was probably a weird spot where we probably lost connection there for a second. What the hell is up with this driver? But as for pho, yeah, I love pho. The only types of noodles I can't eat over there, they're like the sticky slimy noodles. I can't stand that shit. And it's weird as fuck too, cause like I can't stand those sticky slimy noodles. But you know, like growing up, I used to gross other people out by like fucking swallowing night crawlers whole and shit. But for some reason, I can't do sticky slimy noodles. We good now? Okay. Uh, what part did you miss from the stream freezing? And I'll try to remember what all I said. Oh, the spring rolls with the brown sauce. I don't remember about those. Like, so my ex-wife and one of my friend that I hung out with all the time, they semi-spoiled me. Like, they had me taste some things here and there. So a lot of it, I don't know what it is. So every time we went out, they just already knew what I liked and just ordered for me right off the bat. So like when I go to Vietnam this time, like I know some of the restaurants already from when I've been there a few times. So I ain't gotta worry about it. But there will be times where I'll be hanging out with one or two of my friends in Vietnam, and they'll probably just order for me if we go out somewhere. Nah, my first ex-wife is an American white girl, and I'll more than likely never date an American again, unless she immigrated here, like, or if she was like born and raised in America, but her parents immigrated here, and they still raised her with their culture values from outside of America. Like, no offense to American women, but the way they are now, especially these modern American women, they're just basically ruined in my eyes. Like, you basically would have to find yourself a unicorn. Would my next lady be Asian? I don't know, man. It depends on where fate or destiny takes me, Like, who knows? There's a chance I could even die before I even find my next woman. Well, yes and no. I mean, I can understand, like, especially if the Asian woman's been Americanized. Like, if she's been Americanized with all that feminist bullshit, or even politics, I won't touch them. Like, I don't do politics at all. So if a woman tells me she's hardcore, like, Democrat, it's a no. She's a hardcore Republican, it's a no. Because that already right there tells me a lot about both of them. Yeah. Yeah, I understand that too. Like, I am a fan of how Asian women were brought up to be basically what American men want and wives. Like, so like me and my second ex-wife, we only divorced. We had some incompatibilities, but it was mainly due to my stepmother. So before my stepmother married my dad, so we'll go into a little bit of story time. I'll make it short so I don't go into too many personal details. But long story short, when my dad was dating my stepmother, and this was around the time when I said that they were doing some shady shit by not letting me see them, or trying to make up some lies about some weird shit, bullshit. Well, when my dad left Vietnam, they ended up forging some weird story, and then it caused a confrontation between my ex and my in-law, well, my ex-mother-in-law, and my stepmother and her family, to where I went over to the house, my stepmother's house, with my ex-wife and her mother. The next thing you know, they break into a huge-ass argument over in Vietnamese while semi-translating for me, too. And next thing you know, there's this huge uproar. The women are all about to start throwing fists, and I had to grab my ex-wife, throw her up over my shoulder, and then kind of raise my voice a little bit and tell them all to stop, and then grabbed my ex-mother-in-law, and then another woman guided my ex-mother-in-law over to her motorbike, and I made her leave, and then I set my ex on her motorbike, got on with her, and I told her to go and leave too. But after that day, it started a family feud between those two Vietnamese families, and my ex has a huge-ass fucking grudge. So, let's just go to say that when my dad married that family, it caused a huge rift. Like I felt like I was about to take part in my own Hatfield versus McCoy phase or episode, you know what I mean? Like, fucking bullshit. And all of it could have been prevented too if my dad would have been neutral and helped me. But my dad was also in that puppy love phase, right? So he was defending her left and right, and I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot. And then that led to, well, that slowly eroded away at my marriage. And me, my father, my brother were all big on family. And we couldn't get the women to reconcile. So my ex just told me one day that she couldn't do it anymore and doesn't want to cause any hurt feelings between my father and me. So she said that her and her mother decided to have her break up and divorce me, so that way there'd be no damage to my family, because they will never get rid of their hatred, I guess, towards my stepmother and her family. So I respected her feeling. Yeah, I understand that. Hell, the drama with my first ex-wife, that American one, that was one of those marriages that shouldn't have happened. I left the Marine Corps to be with my girlfriend at the time, just to find out from her I was the third wheel. And, I just spent 4 years in the Marine Corps being all gun-ho, fuck your feelings. So I didn't really have any emotions and shit at the time. And I was going through heartache, and I didn't understand what the feelings I was going through. So I married some random-ass woman. I was 21, just turning 22. She was 18, and she had graduated high school, obviously. She was 18 and running away from her religious parents. Oh, I guess I lied about the snow. We still got some remnants from a few weeks ago. Yeah, I hate Sims too, man. Like, I understand some people getting puppy love, especially when they're with a girl. and shit. But like, fuck, man. That's like, now when I try to date a girl, I'll tell her immediately, like, we're not going to do it traditional way. Like, I'm not going to try and court her and be all emotional lovey-dovey bullshit. Nah. I told her, well, I'll tell women that, like, I'll meet them, hang out with them. But if I get into that lovey-dovey mode, I won't make any decisions to date them until after that mode is over to make sure. Hello again. Yeah, probably. You too. So just to make sure you're like, so I understand, like, especially with like younger people, because I'm 39 now, and it took me many years to realize it. But like, I don't consider love as an emotion anymore. I see it more as a set of conditions. Because how can love be an emotion if we have something called unconditional love? So conditions have to be met in order for you to love somebody. Now, there's emotions or there's feelings that we're feeling. That's more just on a biological level. Like, I see it as lust. We're attracted to somebody. So we want to be like a fucking stupid ass bird trying to flap our wings, trying to court them or some shit, instead of trying to think logically about it, because we don't know if we actually like the person or could get along with them, or if you just want to fuck them. Yeah, throw the prize, not the bar girls. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah, I've been let's see, I've been watching Mr. Sin's Travels YouTube channel for the last couple weeks too, and yeah, like even he points out, like with those bar girls and shit, like watching them all dance, like they'll be dancing, loving on him, but then as soon as they see another guy, they go and start grinding on another guy too. Like some of these guys, especially the younger guys, if they don't try to keep their wits about them, not only are they going to go broke, but then they're going to not understand the feelings and the emotions they're going through and end up going down the route of hating on women in a sense. I wouldn't say unconditional love equals simps. Unconditional love is more like how you're supposed to love your mother and your father, and you love your siblings, you love your aunts, your uncles, your children, your family members. Like, we're always told that we need to love specific people, and we call it unconditional love. Simps, I would just say, are guys that have no control over their emotions. They're just not there yet. Like, sometimes, like, yeah, I'll have a girl or two that I'll simp over. They're really cute. I think they're really hot. I'll simp over them. I'm not going to buy them shit or give them any money or anything, but I'll simp over them just because they're really attractive. And if they want to hang out or some shit, yeah, I'll hang out with them. Like, fuck yeah, I'll hang out with them. I ain't going to buy them shit, though. Broke wallet and broken heart, not a good combo. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? So, she got some thick thighs. But yeah, we're going to just be walking around for a little bit longer, and then I'll go ahead and cut the stream here in a bit, and then I'm going to go hit up the store and just start heading back home. Yeah, so this is one of these stores that was popular. Well, not stores, but like this strip mall. It was really popular like back in like the 80s, 90s. And then, as the city evolved, the population grew, the city expanded. Like, we used to have like 5, 6 malls. I think we're down to 3, like big ones. Not like these strip malls, but like actual malls. And This is just one of the risks of time. So there's like this big ass empty parking lot, and then on the other side of that building is another parking lot just as big, if not a little bit bigger, and it's even more emptier than this. So I'll go on that parking lot over on that side, and I'll practice my slow maneuvers on my motorcycle I bought last year. And funny enough, I actually only bought my motorcycle so I can come to this parking lot, practice slow maneuvers here. So if I get on a motorbike in Asia, I'll be okay. Yeah, online shopping did kill a lot of these places. Same thing with like Walmart being 24 hours. Like I was one of those guys that would go to Walmart between 1 and like 4 a.m. just to go walk around for like an hour. Like that was one of the times I went out and got me like some daily walking in, where I would do any shopping and shit. And then I would always, more than likely, always buy like a drink or a snack before I left. So I wasn't just in there like trespassing and just walking around without buying anything. Yeah, I agree. They messed up a lot of our 24/7 stores too. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get on out of here now. I'm gonna go buy some stuff and then I'm gonna start heading on home. So thanks for hanging out with me and thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the subscription. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you guys either later tonight when I'm gaming, or if I'm not gaming tonight, tomorrow, then our daily walk again. That's it. Peace.